Hi guys, welcome to Mark Bayeski YouTube channel, your YouTube channel for sometimes thought-provoking conversations and sometimes some real intense conversations and sometimes some uplifting spiritual help with crystals and with cleansing. And today's a great day to talk about cleansing because I think a lot of the times most of us go through life and we don't really understand why we feel the certain feelings that we do from day to day. Normally we kind of get the happiness, but the sadness seems to be one where we're trying to pick out certain thoughts within our mind that gives us the reasons why we feel the way we do, and we so often disregard the true meaning of negative energy as nothing really. We don't believe it exists. We don't really put emphasis on it. We don't focus on it. So what we tend to do is the mind tends to look for things. Oh, it must be because of this reason. It's because I'm not happy with life. It's because I'm not where I should be. It's probably because I don't know who I am and where I'm going. When all along, it isn't. That's your mind. And I've learned over these years that it's really kind of a big battle what goes on between the heart and the mind, and most of the time the mind wins, and therefore the mind is looking for things that don't exist. Basically the mind is trying to create basically illusions of what we perceive as reality, which they're not. So most of the time it's as simple as cleansing your energy, clearing away, eating the right foods, exercising, and then you're back to your core balance, your energetic, I suppose, normality. I don't like to use that word, but you know, to feel in balance, to feel as you should do, as we all should do. So of course, getting into Mother Nature is the most powerful thing you can do, but you can't always do that if you live in a block of flats, if you're homebound, if you're working in an environment with concrete underneath you all day. So there are certain things we can do, and this video is hopefully going to help you with one of them. So we're talking about crystals today, and my favorite crystal is Moldavite, as you all know. But working with Moldavite is a wonderful thing, but it also has an energy whereby it takes you to different dimensions, different realities. So with Moldavite, it kind of elevates you to a whole new perspective of life. It takes you to a place where it can be quite challenging sometimes and difficult to understand, and we get kind of many feelings that start to pass through us, and then we create certain energies that it kind of like a little bit spooky sometimes, but it's okay. So with Moldavite, I often wear certain crystals to balance that energy, and depending on what I'm doing, who I'm working with, where I am at any given moment, I will put a crystal on to counteract that and balance it. So today is about how to cleanse yourself from negative energy, from say family members who cause you a little bit of stress, which we all do at one time or another. But a working environment, say for instance you're working in the public domain, if you're a healer, if you're a psychic, if you're an empath who work constantly with people trying to help them daily, if you are somebody who is constantly wanting to help people, then this combination really helps, really works well. So I'll introduce you to the Moldavite. There you go, there's the Moldavite. And working alongside the Moldavite is, yeah, they look similar, right? Tactites, both Tactites. This is Tactite. And the Tactite itself, which is a very dense black energy, is a beautiful crystal for, in my humble opinion, nobody else's I'm sure, but mine, is for absorbing negative energy and breaking it up and just releasing it. When I used to hang Tactites up in my room, for some reason I always saw an energy release from Tactite. The other ones, they weren't releasing. The amethyst, the tiger's eye, all of the other crystals that were alongside it would emit an energy. So it was almost like pumping out an energy of whatever that may be. So I think with Tactite, it has a really different energy because it's a release. So what I was noticing is that when I was working, I was pulling the Tactite because I was working with somebody who, say, had found out they'd got a disease and they were in a really bad place. Or perhaps they, let me think, maybe they, I don't know, maybe they lost their little dog, or they lost their best friend to the spirit world, or they've had a really big fight with their daughter or brother or mother, and they'd come and lie down. I would always go over to the Tactite, always. And what I realized, and yesterday was the same thing, I was giving a healing session here in LA to a friend, just a little bit of a healing. I instantly wanted to grab the Tactite. So what the Tactite does, when you are sat down with a friend, because we're all healers, remember, don't start thinking, oh, well, he's a healer, there's no point listening to this. No, we're all healers. And when you sit with somebody, whether it's your hands, whether it's your heart, whether it's your body, you are absorbing negative energy from the person who is releasing that pain and suffering that you feel from them. So if they're in a bad place, if they're worried, if they're fearing, if there's anything, you are absorbing that energy. Therefore, the Tactite, as you can see where it sits, is roughly, my belly button's here, so it normally sits from round here to here, anywhere where the belly is, because we absorb negative energy and it sometimes hits your belly, goes into the belly. That's your spiritual brain, and it absorbs from there. So if you hold the Tactite in your hand while speaking to somebody, you are absorbing their energy, and you're holding the Tactite, which then through your hands, it comes through you, it goes into your life force, and it will go down and into the Tactite. Even if you don't hold it and rest it there, it will absorb into your body, and the Tactite will absorb that. So we are all radiators and drains, all of us. So I never judge, and I never have an opinion when somebody's feeling down or bad. I just give my best for as long as I can, and then always remember the key thing to remember. You can only take so much. Even with a Tactite, even with a Moldavite, there's only so much your body can take before you start draining yourself. So in truth, this is a beautiful absorber. The Moldavite works in a very powerful way, but not in the way that will absorb negative energy. It will be like almost like a protection around your body. That's the Moldavite. That will protect you from very heavy energies that you don't want in your life. So the Moldavite will do that. But if you're sat with somebody you love and you want to help, then my suggestion is the Tactite is the best crystal. And this is another thing as well. If you buy somebody who's very low and feeling down, and possibly you think they've got depression, find a Tactite, because if you give them a Tactite, it will help absorb that energy that is within them and around them at any given moment. So people often ask me, how do you cleanse and clear Tactites? I believe, like Moldavite, Tactite is a self-cleansing crystal. It clears itself. And this is how I tried to explain at the very beginning. The crystal does its work when it's on you, and then you hang it up and leave it somewhere. And if you catch a glimpse every now and again of the crystal, you can see a release from it. And it's almost like a very fine white powder coming off it. But you don't look at the crystal, you look through it, you look past it, and sometimes you can see it. I think that's it really. I think today's a good day to realize that the most important thing, no matter whether you're wearing a Tactite or any crystal, I think we should be always careful about our own energy, and we should respect, we should honor our body, our life force, and we should never put ourselves in a position where we are completely drained. We should have the power, we should have the strength, and we should put ourselves first to say, no, enough is enough, and I'm going. whether that's an excuse that you have to use and saying, you know, I don't feel too good at the moment, I need to shoot off, I just need to get off at the moment, or whatever you want to use. I don't care what it is, but get off when you feel that moment where this is getting too much, it's too heavy. And I think that's something very important. And if you can do that, get yourself into Mother Nature, give yourself a drink. Again, I often talk about cleansing your body, drinking lots of water as well. By drinking water, you're purifying your body and you're clearing away the old water within you. So that gives you your body engine movement. So everything's cleansing and clearing. Okay, I think that's it really, guys. I hope Tactite comes into your life one day and you can feel the energy and love. There are a few Tactites left on my website last time I looked, but I don't think there's that many now. Sorry to say, but there are some still there. And even if you don't buy from my website, guys, there's many places you can find Tactites. Get yourself down to your local crystal shop or a crystal show, an exhibition with crystals, and yeah, let the Tactite choose you, because they are a beautiful crystal for absorbing negative energy. So from my heart to yours, guys, protect yourself, look after yourself, and always put yourself first, because if you don't, you'll be no good to anybody as well as yourself. Have a great day from myself and the laughing Buddha behind. Take care, guys. Have a great day.